The biggest ever drug haul on Indian soil carried out by the Coast Guard off the coast of Gujarat has blown the lid off Pakistan-China's drug nexus. India today has accessed damning proof of how both neighbors colluded to distribute heroin worth 3,000 crore rupees across India. The vessel seized by Coast Guard was loaded with 1,500 kgs of heroin from Pakistan's Gujarat port. This port was constructed with China's help and is now managed by China. The narcotics-laden ship then headed to Abu Dhabi, where concealed compartments were fabricated to hide the heroin. It was headed for the Alang shipyard, from where the heroin would have been distributed across India.
On 29th of July at about 12:35 hours, we boarded the vessel and escorted the vessel to Porbandar anchorage, where rummaging was carried out. And post-rummaging, we retrieved about 1526 packets of narcotics, weighing about 1,500 kgs. And this later turned out to be heroin. It had a crew of about 8, all Indian nationals. And prior coming here, the vessel had loitered in an area about 50-60 miles of Gujarat port, wherein the narcotics was loaded onto the vessel. And thereafter, the fabrication work to conceal the narcotics was undertaken in Abu Dhabi, in the engine rooms and in the upper deck fittings, so that proper concealment of the narcotics could be carried out.
Gaurav Sawant joining us on that story. Is it possible at a high security port for such a huge consignment of heroin to be loaded without the active complicity of officials there? Gaurav?
That's a very good point you've raised, Padmaja, and that's the point security agencies in India are raising, that Gwadar is Pakistan's best protected port, managed by the Chinese army. There's a big terror threat to that port, and that is why you have both the Chinese security forces and the Pakistani security forces that protect the Gwadar port. And 50 miles off the Gwadar port, nautical miles, you have 3,000 crore rupees worth of heroin being loaded onto a ship. Apart from that, there was a special cavity that was welded into the engine room to conceal this heroin. And this does indicate complicity of elements in the Pakistani state, is what sources and government of India tell us. Now the crew is being interrogated, because remember, the captain of the ship, Padmaja, was in touch with 6 people. 2 in Mumbai, 1 in Chennai, 1 in Kolkata, and 2 others. And some numbers have been confiscated, have been taken from the mobile phone that has now been confiscated. Interrogation is underway, and this could well be a part of a huge drug nexus to fuel terror in this country racket.
It's interesting, Gaurav, that for a very long time you had this trade which was being carried out at the border of India and Pakistan. With this being cracked down, the land route being cracked down on, is this a new modus operandi which is being used by drug smugglers?
At this scale, yes, but you'd recall even in 1993, before the 1993 Mumbai serial blast, the sea route had been used by terrorists to send in weapons into India. And coastal security is something where India needs to do a lot more to strengthen our sea borders, so to say. It's 6,700 kilometers long sea border, which India needs to strengthen. In all of this, Pakistan and Afghanistan is the route, drugs from the AFPAC region coming into Pakistan, and from Pakistan, the sea route being used to smuggle them into India, from India to Southeast Asia, and then Europe. So this is a massive, massive international, drug smuggling cartel that's involved in this, which is also fueling terror in India, is the big, big concern for our security agencies, Padmaja.
Gaurav, for now, thanks very much.